Okay, this is a kind of a ridiculous topic, but one that I think I might as well address. Probably the most common comment I get from people, I get this a lot over and over, is whenever they look at an old video of mine, they wonder why I look younger now. And lately I've been getting a lot of these comments on that deck restoration video series from 2009. So I actually thought I would address this. Maybe you're finding yourself in a similar situation as I was, and these tips might motivate you to make changes in your life, especially if you look in the mirror and you aren't exactly happy with what you see. I mean, maybe it was because I was shooting a lot of video and putting myself out there into the world when I first started my YouTube channel, but I was actually kind of shocked being in my mid-40s and reading comments from people calling me grandpa. First of all, now I'm 56 years old and I think I pretty much just look my age. But when I was 43, I think I looked a lot older than I should have. Nobody ever comments on a video today saying, "Oh, you look young," without seeing a comparison to one of those old videos. Honestly, I think when people say I look younger, what they really mean is that I look healthier. So going back a ways, the main thing I had to learn is to not be afraid to change myself. I think this might be mostly a guy thing, but we tend to think that people are going to judge us or even maybe secretly ridicule us if we make positive personal changes. We fear people are gonna miss out on our lovable dad bods, or guys will reject us if we aren't pounding beers while standing around the grill cooking hot dogs. My change began in 2010 when I was diagnosed with melanoma skin cancer. I had half of this ear removed and reconstructed, and I'll continue to get full body scans for the rest of my life. Did you ever notice that the smaller ear than this one? Personally, I think it was caused by that summer that I spent in the sun working on that stupid deck back in 2009. Wear sunscreen. That incident changed everything. So for what it's worth, here are my personal tips for looking and feeling younger, happier, healthier, and stronger. Keep in mind, this is just my experience over the past decade. I'll start with kind of three big picture items. These are kind of permanent lifestyle changes. First, quit drinking. It's fattening, it slows your brain down, and it just makes you sluggish. And personally, I don't mean cutting back or just only drinking socially. I mean completely finding something more productive to do. I think that stopping drinking, especially drinking beer, had the biggest impact in my life and probably the biggest impact in my physical and mental health. Number two, lose weight. Get yourself to a healthy BMI. I'm 30 pounds down from when I was at my fattest. I believe there's a lot to be said for cutting carbs and eating more protein, but ultimately, it's a matter of counting calories. You can look online and find out about how many calories you should be eating for your goals, but for most people, 2,000 calories a day is a pretty good starting point. I use an app called Chronometer that tracks my calories as well as my macros. When you start to actually measure everything, you'll be shocked at how much food you're actually shoving into your face on a daily basis. Seriously, weigh your food and record calories. My other bit of advice here is to stop eating like a child. Eliminate fast food, donuts, candy. Start eating like a man. It only takes a few minutes to saute some vegetables or roast a chicken breast. Eliminate sugar, especially sodas, and cut out processed foods. It's amazing how much crap there is in a supermarket. Focus on fresh vegetables, fish, and chicken. One thing that works really well for me is intermittent fasting. It's nothing major. I just stop eating after dinner and I don't eat anything until breakfast. So I have a fasting window each day of about 13 to 14 hours. Eliminating, especially nighttime snacks, is huge. I remember I used to get hungry at night and I would just make this huge plate of nachos and just blah, like 1,000 calories probably. Stay hydrated, get a water bottle and just drink it all day long. I take this with me everywhere. When I wake up in the morning, I chug an entire 20-ounce bottle to start my day. I think that water helps reduce hunger a little bit, and it also improves your skin. I think overall, hydration is just a really good thing. And by the way, stop saying, I'm starving, when it's been like 6 hours since your last bag of Doritos. There's literally people in the world wondering where their next meal is coming from. You ain't starving. Number 3, exercise. And I mean seriously work out. Jeff Cavalier says you should train rather than exercise. And I think that's pretty good advice. Always be working towards a goal. If you can afford it, get a personal trainer. Hey, just use that beer and junk food money you're not spending. You should be working out hard. I mean, strenuously, at least 3 days a week minimum. Take measurements at the beginning and photos so that you can see your gains. In 2014, I literally could not run around the block. That's a quarter of a mile. That was pretty much an eye-opener for a 45-year-old guy. I just thought that was ridiculous. So I decided to get up every morning before sunrise and I started running every day. I got stronger and my distances got longer. On October 3rd, 2015, I ran my first 5K race. I completed my first 10K race just before my 50th birthday. In 2017, I ran 7 half marathons. And in 2019, I competed in 2 full marathons. After that, I shifted my training to bodybuilding and weight training. Today, I work out 3 days with my trainer and at least 2 more days on my own. Last year, I also started rock climbing, and so now I have new fitness goals to reach. The bottom line is exercise will transform your life. I know you've heard that before, but it's so true. Even if all you can do right now is just walk, start setting goals and push yourself. Just strolling doesn't count. You need to sweat. You should be exhausted after that walk or that workout. And you're going to be surprised at just how much getting physical fitness into your life is going to impact other areas of your life. Oh, and get a standing desk. I haven't sat at a desk for at least 5 years now. Standing is going to improve your posture, it'll strengthen your core, and it probably reduce all kinds of problems brought on by hours of being hunched over at a computer or sitting at a desk. Oh, also, don't even begin to say, I just don't have time to exercise. That's a bullshit excuse. You just need to prioritize living. Get up an hour earlier, set your phone down for an hour. You make time for all kinds of things in your life. Make time for your health. Okay, so here's 3 really simple things that you could change right now to look and feel younger. And by younger, again, I really mean healthier and having a healthier outlook on life. First, establish a skincare regimen. I use an eye cream, serum, and moisturizer every day. And again, always wear sunscreen outside. Start taking pride in your personal appearance. People notice. Second, now I know there's a lot of guys who just rock gray hair and it looks great on them, but I'm not one of them. and if you don't like your gray hair, don't be afraid to color it. Lots of people color their hair these days. Nothing will take years off your appearance faster than getting rid of the gray hair. There's no stigma attached to it anymore if it's done right. But don't use one of those horrid just for men home jobs. Every 4 weeks, I get my hair cut and colored by a stylist who blends the color and she knows what she's doing. You could also try a new hairstyle. Men seem to set their hairstyle in at around age 18 or so, and then that's it, I'm set for life, never change it. Also, if you're going bald, I think shaving your head is a much better look. I actually stopped wearing a cap, like a dad cap, a few years ago, because when you wear a cap all the time, people assume that you're bald. I also think that a beard adds years to most guys' appearance. Well, at least a gray beard, but I'm not going to win that battle over the beards. Lastly, this is, I think, is a huge one. At least it was for me. Stop wasting time on things beyond your control. So I eliminated news and Twitter from my life about 5 or 6 years ago, and I don't miss it. I literally don't consume any TV, printed, or online news. If something important happens, I find out. People tell you. Living a news-free existence has made me a happier, more positive person, and able to focus on people close to me and improve myself. Reducing stress is just a great way to feel better and get healthier. I think you might live a little bit longer too, not being so stressed out, worrying about things beyond your control. Anyways, there's a few of my life tips. I'd be interested in hearing from any of you who have made life changes and what's worked out well for you. Just let me know. The way I figure is we only get one shot at this existence in this universe. We could either choose to live it or waste it.